Mark Gregory with the Bryant Family Medicine, All Sports Media, the Sports Talk Show. Will be right back.
The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606-344-0217, or you can reach me by email, heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
Want to wish everybody a happy Sunday evening. A little bit cold outside, but I guess that's what it's supposed to be when it's winter time. And of course, both of my partners has got stage fright right now. Give them a few minutes, they'll come on. They get a little scared, but got a really, really, really good show lined up for you tonight. Hopefully, I've said this right. Gentry Bertrand from Lexington Christian, and can't wait to get her on. And then we also have Kyra Good from Bell County, and again, got a pretty good lineup lined up for you tonight, and hopefully I'm pronouncing them names right. And again, I have no idea where my partners is running ahead to, but while we have a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to a couple of our photographers. And again, we say it every evening, every show we do that, we couldn't put these graphs together if it wasn't for all these photographers giving us a helping hand. So big shout out to Keith Schambergy, Jonah Deaton, John Dickinson, Scott Powell, Dennis Mills, Tanner Hoskins, Mater's Memories, Chrissy Brassfield, Bob Cornett, Erica Felty Marler, Chassie Sailors, Sandra Whitehead, Scott Bunch, Sarah Lovett, Carol Mattingly, Paul Coots, Miranda Brock, and Savannah Philpott. And I cannot say enough about, all the help that they give us. And of course, you can't say enough about Allison Messer and Ryan Garnett and Edward Hall and the photos that they send us, and on and on and on. And Ryan, are you with us?
Yes, I was trying to find a quote and post the show on Twitter and
Yeah.
everything.
And I also, for some odd reason, I hit the wrong ticker. So everything's going backward on us. Everett threw me off my game. He's the only guy in the state of Kentucky that's trying to tell people that we got a horrible recruit class. Everybody else is like wild over it. We just landed the number one running back in the country, and we also landed number one center, number one safety, arguably the number one offensive tackle, arguably the number one linebacker, and yeah. Edward, he just, he just likes Georgia. He likes Ohio State. He likes Duke. He'll like UCLA next year. He'll like James Madison next fall. And, he just, he just jumps from team to team. But we still love him to death, though. But, Ryan, how you doing?
Mine is I woke up kind of early this morning. I get back home and I go back to sleep. So I've laid around and been lazy all weekend.
I think it's been something for all of us today because I've laid around for most part of the day too, and I'm excited about today's show. I think that um, we got two really really good guests. I'm excited to bring on, and I just can't wait to get this party started. Aaron must be taking a nap. Oh, there he is. Let's make sure he ain't taking that. We thought he was back there taking a nap.
Couldn't get it to allow me to come back on. I was getting ready to leave.
You know what Edward always says? That's fuel for thought. Fuel for thought. But Edward, how's it going? Edward has left the building again. But he'll be back. But not saying enough about.
And Betty, just so you know, I'm not trying to get out of work.
Absolutely, Betty.
Some of us has that.
Call him out.
Some
Betty.
of us has that great spectrum internet that takes its notion when it wants to work.
Betty, call him out. Keep it real. Keep it real, Betty. You just try to get out of work. I'm not even gonna pay him for tonight if he keeps it up. I will dock his salary. I will have Rod put the right.
You don't pay me anyhow.
Oh.
You don't pay me anyhow.
Rod, you got any thoughts of this here? You know, he's already been called out.
I don't know. I have nothing to say about it. I let everybody else do the talking.
But Edward, of course, you know, I always forget a half a dozen photographers. Tyson Wagers, a big shout out to him for helping us on photos. You always correct me on people I miss.
Well, you got Wildflower Frames Photography out of Jackson County. You got Nevaeh Allen from out of Bell County. I've got Mr. Fugit from Breathitt County. Got Scott Warren. You know, the list goes on for days. So, I mean, it just depends on when you want me to quit talking about photographers.
Betty, you probably love it more than what we do. You know, this is the same guy that will refuse to buy us any McDonald's, refuse to give us any gas money, and yeah, I'm telling you, he when it comes to McDonald's, it's a dog eat dog world for this guy right here. 4 hash browns on the sausage biscuit, and it's on.
See, even Big Rob seen me at Wally World today.
Would you buy Big Rob McDonald's?
Well, yeah, I'd buy Rob McDonald's. Rob actually puts in the work, unlike you, Mark.
Rob, I don't think he would buy you McDonald's.
If Rob asked, I'd buy him McDonald's.
We ask all the time, and you don't buy us.
Well, that's because you ain't Bobby D.
While we're waiting for our first guest, let's shift gears here. Somebody help me out.
See, Rob said he'd buy me McDonald's for sure.
Yeah, he didn't mention anything about me and Ryan, so I don't know what's going on there. But I'll still love you, Coach Daniels. But I understand. So I understand. But shifting gears, what a crazy day in sports. But we'll go a little bit over that because I think we've already got our first guest on. And Edward, you want to help me with this name here so I don't, or are you gonna leave it on me?
We'll leave it on you, Mark.
Okay.
I believe you got this.
Hopefully I don't mispronounce it because she might, you know, she is a wrestler and a very good wrestler at that, folks. And trust me, you don't ever want to make a wrestler mad. Say he would buy Ryan Mexican and me Taco Bell. Well, just make them hold the tomatoes, please. But while we're talking food, let's go ahead and bring her on. Hopefully I say it right. Is it Kyra Good?
It's Kira.
Kira. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're good.
They always leave me to pronounce these names because they don't want to do it because they know I'll be the one getting in trouble. But blame that on Edward. Edward's supposed to be, you know.
Well, Betty said I came here for Kira.
Yeah. So Betty didn't come for us. She just came for Kira. But we still love you, Betty. At least you come out to truth bombs at the beginning. So we're very thankful about speaking the truth about Edward. You know, Edward's got to pick it up a notch. He's got to pick it up.
Well,
you need to work ethic.
I don't think Betty wants me to tell the story I know about her when we was kind of trying to help somebody move there. So I'll leave that for another day.
Well, we're not allowed to blackmail on this show here, Edward, but we'll allow you by with that one.
But Betty knows I'm just joking with her.
Kara, again, thank you for coming on. And it's hard not to see some of the stuff on social media and some of your personal. I know you're about team, but it's hard not to see the personal accomplishments that you received. And if memory serves me correct, you just got your 100th victory.
Yes.
So when you got that, I see a picture. I'm probably looking at it right now. It looks like you got your pen, and I mean,
Yes.
I mean, at that moment, what was you feeling?
I was just very proud of myself. I feel like the work that I put in was finally starting to pay off. You know what I mean?
And again, I'm horrible with names. Ryan, help me with the name. The coach's name, is it Obi?
Obi.
Okay, Obi. I noticed that it seems like everybody loves him. Just again, to talk a little bit about him and what he has meant to you in your life, not only personally, but can I say professionally in your wrestling career.
I'm gonna cry.
It's all right. I do it all the time.
He's a very important person to me. He just helps a lot. I love him a lot. All of us kids do.
You need a minute. Just take your minute.
Right.
Folks, and right there is just enough said. Right there. And these kids love their coach, and that just shows what he means to them, not only as a coach, but personally. And these comments are burning up. Ryan, maybe you might want to try to catch them up here, but we got them all over the place. But a great man. And I believe he reached a personal accomplishment too. Ryan, I believe 300 victories.
200.
200.
200.
200. See,
That was the boys' coach, not
Yeah.
wrestling. Too many
no,
accomplishments.
I thought he wrestled. I thought Obi had reached the accomplishment. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, he got 200 dual wins.
Okay. See, I was right. I was just wrong with the numbers, but I was right.
Yeah.
And big congratulations to him. And that just shows you the quality of student athletes that he's had over the years too. And I'm sure that he would be the first to speak about, the fine structure and the student athletes that he's had the honor of coaching and not only coach, but to make them better people, just like you Kara, just your automatic reaction. And you don't see that much
Yeah.
when somebody's speaking about their coaches. That shows a lot of class on his behalf. And a big congratulations to you
Thank you.
and your coach. And just tell me, as a wrestler, and this is the one thing, and I think this year I went to more wrestling events than I ever have. And one thing that I've noticed about just how kids can just always be so professional. I mean, how hard is it not to just to get mad? I mean, just to flat out get mad when somebody is twisting you and flipping you and maybe hitting you the wrong way and just not losing control and just want to throw down to them. I mean, how hard is that to maintain that?
No, I definitely get very mad. I just try to use that anger to help me beat that person. And I save it for my mom for when I get done wrestling.
So mom gets all the backlash at the end of the matches.
Yeah,
Mom,
she's sitting over here looking at me like, yeah.
Mom, if you heard that, I'm sorry. We don't start World War III tonight. I'm sorry. Blame that on Edward.
It was not me.
That was Edward. That was Edward, Mom. But Ryan, Edward, go ahead.
Like Mark said, we've kind of knew it, the wrestling. But what's been your favorite wrestling match this season or last season?
Oh, yeah. At our Bobcat Brawl, we were wrestling McCurry, and we were down to like my match depended if we won or lost. And everyone was really pumped up, everyone was screaming, and I beat that girl pretty quick, and that was my favorite.
And then, about how long have you been wrestling?
This is my 3rd season.
And then, yeah, I have questions I write down as we go, so I don't forget any.
Can I interrupt you, Brian? Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
How many seasons did you say?
This is my 3rd.
It took you just 3 years to get 100 wins.
Well, and last year I was out for part because I dislocated my elbow
And tore off
near the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many Division One schools has been calling you? I mean, if not, they're missing out. My goodness, folks. Not even the full 3 years and already 100 victories under her belt. Never mind. I'll go ahead, Ron.
And I got 2 more questions, then I'll give you over to Edward. What's been the hardest thing or part about wrestling?
Just the showing up, honestly. Showing up to practice, knowing that it's, sorry, coach, going to be kind of miserable. And you're going to get tired and aggravated and sweaty. Probably just showing up.
And this is my favorite question to ask because I ask it all the time. Mark and Edward knows where I'm going with this. In Bell County, there's really not a lot like there is Williamsburg. What's your favorite restaurant to eat at?
Okay, McDonald's, but or Subway. I'm not very healthy.
Subway, yeah.
Yeah.
Subway.
You can't go wrong with McDonald's or Subway. So, I mean.
I like Shades a lot, too. I ate that the other night before my dance, and it was really good.
You said Shades?
Yes. That was the best steak I'd ever eaten in my life the other day before the dance.
Yes, you cannot go wrong with Shades Cafe, Mark.
No, it was great.
I haven't ate there. You got to stop it. It looks like a small little restaurant, but when you go in, it opens up about like the size of a Walmart.
It was great. Yeah.
Twists and turns.
They took us to this really back room. I didn't even know it existed. It was great though.
And Edward knows his food, so
yeah. Listen, Shades makes some amazing steak.
But Edward,
so I'm gonna have to ask you what's your favorite aspect about wrestling?
Just everyone on the team, the family, just the sport, how intense it is. I think we all grow together with like the struggles in it, and it just makes us all closer. Everyone on the team.
So I do got to ask you, once you finally realized you got that 100th win, did you get up and start flexing and pointing and doing all that stuff, or did you just?
Well, I wanted to. I was kind of scared what the ref would say, but I had been looking at my track wrestling to see how many wins I had, and I've been like counting down for the past few weeks. So I knew that was going to be the one.
So, I still got to give you props on 100 wins, and you didn't even do it in a full 3 seasons. I mean, that's amazing right there itself.
Thank you.
You know what would have been cool? If you could have just found them like on eBay or something, like a pair of glasses that said 100, and as soon as you pinned the person, like pulled them out of your uniform.
I wish. That would have been a good idea. Mom, we need to think about that. For 200.
Yeah. Next time.
For 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, on average, how many like matches do you do per meet or per season, would you think?
You usually.
It really depends if it's an individual or a duel, like how many teams are there. If it's an individual, it could be anywhere from 3 to 6. Duels, it's a little bit less. But in a season, probably.
You wrestle boys and girls.
I wrestle boys and girls. So probably 40 something.
Well, dang, that's 39 more than what I'd want to do. So I'll give you props there. So when did you first realize that you had the love for wrestling like you do?
Probably just I went to a summer camp. That was the first time I had ever wrestled, and just it was really fun. They play so many games. Wrestling games are the funnest games ever to play. Like they're fun, and we played games. That's when I realized I liked it.
So this is going to kind of a little bit go with what Mark's question was, about being able to keep your composure. How hard is it to not pick somebody up and just body slam them, give them like a German suplex, drop kick them? Just how hard is it to stay composed and know you can't do that?
It's hard sometimes, especially when you get mad. I want to suplex my little brother all the time, but then Mom would take my phone, so I have to try to not.
Mom, that was an Edward question. That wasn't me. So get mad at him. Blame
Well,
Edward.
I do got an older daughter that likes to power bomb her younger brother all the time.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's definitely us.
I understand completely. They think they wrestle in the WWE, and my little boy would jump off the bed trying to do a cross body or something. So, talking about the dual meets, we are still trying to learn it a little bit.
Mhm.
What's the one of the biggest difference between doing an individual and a dual meet that you've seen?
Duel is team.
Yeah, duels is teams. So I feel like in duels we all kind of cheer each other on more because we're depending on each other to win the duel. And I do a lot better in duels because I think they're a little less stressful. Because you kind of know when you're going to wrestle and stuff. Individual, it's just out of the blue.
So I don't know if you seen the comment, but Allison said, "Congrats, so proud of you."
Thank you.
So now my next question is, do you know when your next meet is?
It's Wednesday at Belha. What time?
I think it's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So, see, Mark, if we don't have a show, we know where you and me need to be at.
Absolutely.
I will be there. I will be there, but I will be working.
And and Kara, I don't want to bring back at the end of the show. She's a proven example about how much these kids love their coach, and when you see that, it just makes you automatically a fan of the team because you know that they're being done right, they're being coached up right. And they're not only being coached, but they're learning life. They're learning life, and it's making them better people. And double thumbs up to coach for that kind of commitment to his kids.
So me and Mark actually had this talk a couple times ourselves. What was it? The yellow card, red card? Which one was it that me and you was debating on?
And so we was debating before the show, so we debate over if it's cold
I'm
or
talking
hot.
about one of the matches you was at. You seen that the ref raised somebody's hand, but then threw a card and the win went to somebody else. What color card was that?
I don't know. I saw him throw something down. I don't know if that was a card or if that was just something that they took off their or something they flip up in the air.
Yeah, it's a coin flip. So they flip the coin. We wear colored ankle bands when we wrestle, and when they flip the coin, it shows whatever color that person gets to pick what position they start at.
See, I figured that one out. And then at the end of the match, they take the ankle bands off. They have to put them like in this little square deal.
Yeah, for the next person.
Yeah. So I figured it out slowly but surely. I thought like it was like one of them got ejected or something like that.
No.
Qualified.
No. You can get DQ.
Yeah.
Can you get ejected?
Yes. If you act a fool.
Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike.
So basically, if I'm wrestling Mark and I end up pointing at him, flexing on him, drop kicking him, I'm getting through out of there.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Mark will have to wrestle without refs.
You don't want none.
But Mark, go ahead.
Kara, two quick questions here.
Mhm.
Um, could you whoop Ryan 1-on-1 in a wrestling match?
Could I whoop who?
Ryan
Me.
up here.
Yes.
Yes, probably.
She didn't hesitate on that. What about Edward? I know
I
you're
don't know
whooping me.
about that.
I wouldn't
Maybe.
get out there.
Maybe.
Listen, from the highlights I've seen, I'm going ahead and tapping out for the match start. So I mean, we
Yeah,
done
I'm
already
not.
got it over.
I'm not even going out there. I'm just taking the ankle bracelet and I'm laying it down, and I'll raise her hand forward. I'm not going to do it. But that me being a bus driver, and I've taken wrestling teams to events too. I gotta ask you this: what's the longest time you've ever stayed at a wrestling meet?
What is
13 hours.
Yeah, probably 13 hours. What meet was that? I
I think it
didn't.
was last year.
No, I think it was that.
Perry Central this year, it was that long.
Yeah, we went to a tournament this year at Perry Central. It lasted a long time. We didn't get out of there till late. There was how many wrestlers did they say was there?
Almost 600.
There was almost 600 wrestlers there that day.
Mr.
Yeah, it was a
Daniels
lot.
said. Mr. Daniels wants to know: could you whip Mr. or Mrs. Good?
Me and my mom actually wrestle a lot, and you can ask anyone. I beat her every time.
Oh,
I wear her out.
oh,
Yeah.
somebody ain't eating tonight. I'm telling you that right now. I know.
I'll just take her phone.
What?
He said, I'll just take your phone if you try to pop me.
Uh-oh. Justin Gooden says, Kara Jean.
That's
But
his nickname for me.
before I let you go, you've been a great interview. We could
Thank you.
keep you on for 4.5 weeks here and answer you some
Thank
many
you.
questions. Coach be saying, "Where's my wrestler at?" We still got her. So we'll let you have her tomorrow. But I don't know if you've been keeping up for stuff, but we did a field of 64. We eliminated all the college basketball teams. We put our favorite restaurants in there. Texas Roadhouse won the first year. Then we decided sports movies. Remember, the Titans won it. So now this year we're doing favorite foods. So what we're going to ask you if you can vote on some of our matchups that we post for you, and then I think Edwards made you up a few things.
I'll do what?
Vote on
If you
them.
Oh, okay.
okay, bologna sandwich versus fried green tomatoes.
I've never had fried green tomatoes, so I'd have to say
Look,
bologna sandwich.
well, you don't know what you're missing out on fried green tomatoes. Oh, they're good.
I might need to
They're
try them.
yeah, you need to try them. Ham versus soup beans.
Ham.
I gotta go with the beans.
No.
Eggs versus sushi.
I like
That's just
sushi a lot.
that's just a weird matchup, Ryan. Eggs
Yeah.
versus sushi.
Blame the world generator for that.
Biscuit
Biscuits
and
and gravy.
gravy. Oh, yeah.
My mama makes the best. It's so good.
So when we were invited for breakfast then. Corn
Well,
dog versus
Justin said meanest female wrestler on this side of the Mississippi.
Corn dogs.
I think I agree with most of your picks. But I'm a soup bean kind of guy, but I'm older than the hills.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Ryan, you have anything else for forever? Can finish her off here?
I know, but I'm just gonna tell y'all. I guess see y'all up there tomorrow and then Wednesday for y'all's match.
Thank you. We'll see you there.
So we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show. And this is our way of saying thank you for taking your time to come on. And I will get these sent over. And they will also be posted on every one of our social media sites. But I have to ask you for one huge favor, and I don't know what you're doing now, Mark. You done confused me.
I know.
Mark done confused me. But out of the two graphics I'm going to show you, let me know which one of the two that you like the most.
Okay. I like the first one. Thank you.
See, she likes Subway, McDonald's, and the OG graphic. Yeah, she's an every weeker now, every week. But I do personally want to thank you for your time for coming on, and from everything that I've got to see, you're killing it. Your team's killing it. Looking forward to hopefully possibly being able to make it up there Wednesday, and I just want to wish you the best of luck the remaining part of your season.
Thank you, and thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Ryan.
I said what I was going to say beforehand.
Okay. Kara, great interview. Wish you personally the best of luck as you reach the next goal, the next goal, the next goal. Wish you personally in your future. Wish your team the best of luck. I could tell that you have a great coach. You've got good leadership there, and honestly, sky's the limit for you. And next time, whenever I'm sure Edward or Roddy, the one of them will tell you, when you meet them milestones, that 200 win, that fastest pin, or whatever you have else in wrestling, let them guys know. Let me know. Let's make you graphics up. Let's put you out there. Let's promote you. It's our pleasure
Thank
because
you.
how we look at it. You're going to go to Division One. You're going to make all this money. You're going to need you're going to move in this fancy house. You're going to need your grass mowed. Okay, I'll ride the lawnmower, weed eating machine, Edward, and Ron do your landscaping. We'll all be happy.
Thank you.
But thank you for coming on, and again, wish you and your team the best of luck.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great interview, and we knew that going in, and very special athlete, But now we're getting ready to bring on another special athlete, and this is one Edward Ryan I reached out to because sometimes when you're scrolling through Facebook and then you see just a random post by another media outlet, and you're like, wow, that this person did this, and then you start looking in on them, and then you're like, wow, then another wow, then another wow. Then like, hopefully I could get them to come on the show. And this is one that I was actually able to get on the show, and there's a lot to talk about with her. But hopefully I pronounced the last name right because I've already missed on one. So, Edward, you want to give it a try this time?
I believe you got this, Mark.
Yeah,
I got faith in you.
You're setting me up for failure, but let's go ahead and add on. Hopefully I say the last name right. Gentry Bertram. Am I right?
Yes, you did great.
Thank you. Finally, I pronounced the name right. I am horrible with names, but again, thank you for coming on. I know that it's a busy time of year for you between school and sports. So, anytime the student athlete gives us their time, we're more than thankful for it. So, thank you for coming on. Um, Before we go on some of the other things, let's just first ask on the sport. I guess you're playing right now. Tell us a little bit about basketball and how it's going for you personally and your team.
Yes, sir, of course. Basketball this year has exceeded my expectations as far as how we're doing during the season. We're a very young team with only three upperclassmen, me and the two other seniors. But all the middle schoolers that we have who are getting like really good varsity minutes have really stepped up in all their roles that we've needed them to and have outdone what their preseason expectations were.
Pietria, and when I looked up some of your stuff, and I admit I became a fan, and I was overwhelmed about not only what you've accomplished, but what you keep accomplishing. And sometimes a question we ask student athletes on here is like, how many sports do you play? I guess the question I should ask you is, what don't you play? I mean, I think that you have tried almost every sport. Have you played like baseball and softball too, or have I missed on that one?
No, sir, I haven't. Well, this year my school did girls sandlot.
Okay.
So that was I got a little taste of softball, and I think if I didn't play so many other sports, that probably would have been one I tried out.
Okay. So you got to liking it real well.
Mhm.
So, on the other sports, I know it's about basketball season, but it's hard for me not to bring up one thing for the viewers out here because, again, we're based out of the 13th region, and a lot of our viewers might not be as familiar with your school and you personally, but you played a little football. Could you talk about that?
Yes, sir. That was an insane experience. I was approached by one of my teammates' dads, who was the one of the kicking coaches on the team, and he saw that I could kick a soccer ball really well, and so he's like, "Well, maybe that could transfer over to football." So being able to have the opportunity and then getting to be on a team with guys who got to go play college football like Cutter Bowley was also really cool.
Wow. And did I read right? You did kick uh, point after attempts and stuff like that, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just what's the difference? I'm sure there's probably a little bit of difference, but what's the difference between kicking a football and kicking a soccer ball? I guess there had to be some differences there, or are they the same, or am I wrong?
There are definitely differences. Soccer, I that definitely comes more naturally to me, and I feel like with the ball being round, there's a lot. Like you can really kick it at any spot on it, and you can make it go wherever you want. But with the football, you have to hit it with certain mechanics that I had to learn how to do, which was a lot harder. I would say kicking a football is a lot harder.
Did you ever get a chance, maybe like on a kickoff return, to actually just lower your head and put the boom on somebody?
I always told myself that if I did get that chance, I totally would, but I think I'd have my mom sweating in the stands if I did.
Well, I'm not trying to give you bad ideas or anything. Well, I believe you could lower it if you had to, though. I
Oh
believe you
yeah.
would.
Yeah, I got a little brother, so I know a thing or two about tackling.
Talking about soccer, and I saw a little bit about the commitment. You don't have to go into details about the commitment or anything like that. Only if you just want to or anything like that. That's all on you. But the school you committed to, am I right? Indiana.
Liberty.
Liberty. I mean, not Indiana, but I don't know why I said Indiana. Liberty. Just where exactly is that located? I've got it right here in the top of my head, and I'm just not getting it.
It's located in Lynchburg, Virginia.
See, I was thinking it was in Virginia somewhere. Okay,
Hmm.
okay, and if Liberty was to ask you if um, you would like to try other sports, would that be something that you would be willing to do, or are you just locked in solely for soccer?
I would 100%, if they asked me to play another sport there, I would. Me and my family like to joke around that like next year I'll finally get a break because I'll only be playing one sport, even though I still will be a college athlete and everything.
Um, so if you had to play another sport, would they be one that you would lean to a little bit more than the other?
I would say it's I either basketball or track. I feel like they're kind of close to each other.
And in basketball, you just reached a couple of milestones too. And I know
Hmm.
you're about team, and if correct me if I'm wrong, you got your thousandth rebound, and then you also, believe, broke a school record
Yes,
in
sir. I
rebound.
did.
Okay, and just uh, so when you're rebounding the ball, like I can imagine myself, jumping up against like three guys and just ripping the ball down. I mean, is that like the mentality you do when you hit the boards, or is it more of a mental deal, or is it just all physical in there?
I would say it's definitely both. I have not always been the most offensively gifted person, but I've always been told like if you're the hardest working person on the court, it'll be hard to take you off. And then rebounding was where I was able to set myself apart from everybody else, and then I was also able to score from doing that. And so it's also mentality like I don't care who I'm going up against, I'm going to get that rebound. I don't care if you're 6 feet tall, like several like really long, can just grab the rebound. Like I'm gonna get it from you.
Hey, Coach D, I got, now me and Gentry will go against you and Edward. 5 minutes a shot, she's tearing the board down. So, yeah, yeah. I'm going to have to recruit you on this matchup that we've been playing for like 3 years now. So, I'll recruit.
But
But
well, I can already tell you she's going to out rebound everybody because she is already from the stats that's been posted, and I am a stat guy, already at 170 rebounds.
that
Averaging
is
11.3 rebounds a game, and I'm gonna be lucky to get the 0.3.
that's what I'm saying. She's going to rebound all 11 shots I missed. So, right there in games of 2, that's 22 points right there. We just got to get one more layup. We win. Simple math, Edward. Simple math. But Ryan, Edward, go ahead. I can talk to her all night. This is overwhelming. What she's accomplishing and what she keeps accomplishing.
Yeah, and Saturday, if y'all was to end up making it to that 11th Regional League final, I will be up there Saturday afternoon. But looking back at last year's schedule, y'all made it to the regional tournament. What's it going to try to take to try to get back to that 11th region tournament?
It's definitely going to take a lot of hard work. And then since our team is so young, none of those girls have had to play in games like that before. And so it's going to be on us seniors and our coaching staff to prepare us the best they can for the opponents we'll play and everything. So.
And then how's your schedule trying to help the younger ones try to get ready for that district time and that postseason time?
Mm-hmm. Well, our schedule this year has definitely not been the easiest, but I wouldn't say it's terribly hard. But it's been great because we've had games where we're playing teams like Dunbar, who are very high pressure, they're one of our district opponents, and they've had to deal with that stuff. But we've also played games where they're able to get their offensive confidence up, and that's something we're continuing to work on as a team, and they've done great.
And I got 2 more questions for you, and I'm sure I probably know the answer to, but in Lexington, who's your biggest rival?
So Lexington Catholic has always traditionally been our biggest rivals, but really any of the district opponents we play, like Lafayette, Dunbar, Tate's Creek, they're all our biggest opponents.
And this is my last question. Mark and Edward knows where I'm going with it.
And this is unfair because Lexington's got like 17,000 of these, and like in my town of Williamsburg, got like 5. So this is unfair.
Yeah, but what's your favorite restaurant to eat at there in Lexington?
That's a great question. I'm kind of simple. I like eating at Chipotle, which is not really anything crazy, but that's my favorite.
But Edward?
But say I'll give you Chipotle, and I'm kind of fancied with Gaddytown every time we get to go up there. So I just like
every time we're in Lexington, we have to go Gaddyland.
That's why I mean that. That's what, when I go up to Lexington Saturday. That's why I'm eating that is Gaddytown.
Mm-hmm.
But talking about your schedule, you've had a pretty rough go this season. So I do got to ask you, being one of the 3 seniors, and if everything I looked at was correct, most of your teammates are 7th, 8th, and freshmen, correct?
Yes, sir.
So stepping into like that leader role, how have you like helped them like understand like the pressure moving up to that level?
Hmm. Definitely trying to help prepare them in practices, but also like in-game situations, telling them like to be confident because we as their teammates, like we trust them, and then them believing in themselves and trusting themselves is huge.
So I have been to quite a few Lexington Christian football games, and I've got to see a couple of the Lexington Christian basketball games. But I do have to ask you, what's it like being an athlete at a home game in that atmosphere?
It's whenever we get a good crowd, it's insane, and it's really cool to see like all the support that comes around our school.
Sorry, I got a bunch of kids trying to dart in on me.
No worries.
My little one likes to come in all the time. But, you know, I heard Ryan asking you about your rivals and stuff like that. But, I'm gonna have to ask you about, you know, playing some of them bigger schools and stuff like that. How does that help your team come time for your district matchup?
Hmm. It kind of gives them a glimpse because every team's going to be hopefully playing at their top level during that time, but gives them a glimpse of what those teams might throw at us, but also um, can show some weaknesses and things in them, but also areas that we can grow in as a team.
So we'll have to leave basketball just for a minute and take you back to soccer a little bit. So for like the past 2 seasons, I have been trying to understand soccer a little bit, but that is probably one of the hardest sports for me to be able to keep up with and to be able to try to understand completely. So what would you consider your favorite aspect of soccer?
My favorite aspect is the physicality with it because you can get away with a lot more. Not saying like in a dirty way or anything like that, but I'm a defender at heart. And so just being able to um really be able to learn how to like use your body to defend somebody can really set you apart from other girls who might not want to play like that. But I also love like off the field like the team aspect of it because I feel like you travel a lot together and you definitely form a lot of bonds with people.
So I am going to have to ask you, where you have got to play a little bit of football also and soccer. Have you ever had yourself in the middle of a soccer game and just thought about tackling somebody?
There have been times that I have thought about that, but luckily I hadn't. I didn't act on that thought.
So would a tackle automatically be the red card and you out of there?
Yes, it most likely would.
So I was going to ask you your favorite aspect about, basketball, but I think you might have answered that question where you said that your mentality is you're ripping that rebound down no matter if you're 6 foot, 7 foot tall, no matter what.
Hmm.
So I'm going to have to ask you, when did you develop the mentality of I'm coming out with the board, nobody else is?
Mm. I've always been like one of the smaller players on the court, and then I like proving people wrong. And so I feel like people wouldn't like my coaches were joking with me whenever I got the school record. They're like, you're gonna come and be recognized at the school, and people are gonna be expecting like a 6 footer to walk in the doors, and then they're gonna see you at 5'6" and be like, oh wait, that's her." And then like I can be like, yeah, like that was me. I got to like my hard work paid off.
So, talking about rebounds, I've got to see a lot of different styles of basketball teams over my course of getting to cover. I've got to see teams that wants to play more up tempo, and then I've got to see the teams that's more like half court set and becoming very physical. So when you're playing, which style team do you prefer to go against?
Like I said with soccer, I think probably the more like high pressure physical teams are the ones I like playing against the best.
But Mark, floor is yours.
This been a super interview, and again, as media, and I know you're all about team first, but we could harp on you a little bit, like saying, "Wow, I cannot believe everything that you did as far as sports wise," and not only just excelled in one sport, but excelled in numerous others, and that takes a lot of, like you said, hard work and commitment to reach your levels. And you spoke about the underclassmen. Um, are there anything you could tell to them to help them on their journey, the same that might help them maybe come up the way you have?
Mm-hmm. Hard work is going to be the biggest thing whenever you're first starting out because you're always going to have girls who are older than you, and depending on who your coach is, he might start like the older girls, but every practice and every play that you're able to work your hardest in, that's showing something to the coach, like maybe they deserve more minutes or maybe they deserve to be on the court. So always work hard even in the little things is what I would tell them.
Absolutely. And you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. We speak about red cards. Have you ever got a red card?
No, sir. I've gotten 2 yellow cards before, not in the same match, but yet I've never
So,
had a red card, luckily.
so you've not been kicked out. You've not been kicked out of a soccer match yet.
No, sir. I have not.
Well, I'd probably kicked out every one of them, but that'd be me. But before we let you go, we'll ask two small favors from you, if that's okay. Um, I don't know if you're familiar with anything we do on our shows, or if you've seen what we did with the student athlete before you come on. I know everybody watched the NCAA basketball tournament, so we eliminated all the 64 teams. We said we'll put our favorite restaurants in there.
Mhm.
So our first year, Texas Roadhouse won their national championship. So then we said, well, we did good with it. The next following year, we decided to do favorite sports movies. Remember, the Titans won the national championship on it. So this year, we decided to go all in, or I guess you say all in, but we decided to go favorite foods. So if you don't care, we're going to show you a couple of matchups, and you can pick who you think is what you like the best. And then I believe Edward's got some things made up for you.
Okay. Ooh,
A
fried green
bologna sandwich.
tomatoes.
Oh yeah, yes. Aha. Yeah, fried green tomatoes. Nobody don't know what they're missing. Like
Mhm.
you gotta eat them before you judge them. Gotta eat 'em.
I hate tomatoes.
But you gotta try them first before you hate on them.
Mhm.
Am I right, Chantry? He's got to try them.
Yes, definitely.
Ham against soup beans.
Ham.
I think Ham's going to run away with soup beans here. Now here's the craziest matchup of them all: eggs versus sushi.
Ooh, I'd have to go with sushi on this one.
I think sushi might win that. Biscuits and gravy versus breakfast burritos.
Ooh, I'm from Kentucky. Like here in Kentucky, I feel like you have to go with biscuits and gravy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the ultimate Kentucky answer. Give me your biscuits and gravy there. And then you go other places. What's gravy? Why you put brown gravy on your biscuits?
Mhm.
Corn dogs versus tuna.
Corn dogs.
And Gentry, I tell you, two other Kentucky foods you might have to show them whenever you get to Virginia is Grippo's potato chips and
Mhm.
pickled bologna.
Mhm. Yes, sir.
All right, so we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show, and this is our way of saying thank you for taking your time for coming on. and I'll get these over to Mark. That way that they can get sent out to you, and they will be posted on every one of our social media sites. But I do got to ask you for just a little favor.
Yes, sir.
Out of the out of the two graphics I'm gonna show you, tell me which one of the two you like the most.
Got it.
And Mark don't have a clue what you're doing again, but you done confused me again. So out of the first one and the second one, which one of those two do you like the most?
I think I like the first one the best.
Well, she did say biscuit gravy. She did pick the lightning, but she did say biscuit gravy though.
She did
Can't
say
go wrong
biscuit and
with
gravy,
gravy.
but she did choose the OG graphic. So
And she did also agree with pickle bologna and grippos. I don't know if she personally likes them, but she did say, yeah, that was the Kentucky food.
but I personally want to thank you for your time for coming on, and from everything that I've got to see, you're killing it. Your team's killing it, and hopefully Ryan and us gets to see you. You know, this upcoming Saturday. But I want to wish you and your team the best of luck the remaining part of your season.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
I was going to
Right.
say, best of luck the rest of the season. And with the All A coming up, hope to get to see you and your team. And a very good, as you was in high school when she was lower than me, one of your assistant coaches, Abby Harris. I know her
Oh,
very, very well.
yes. Oh, we love her.
I had to mention it.
Hmm.
But Mark,
Gentry, again, thank you. And thank you for, I'm not going to say stepping out of your element because I know you've dealt with media, but, we are 13th here in a different region. And again, thank you for giving us your time. And it's unbelievable what you have did in your high school career. And I can just imagine what the next step for you is going to be like. But just remember, once you start hitting big time, and you start making all that money and all that stuff, you can slip us some free tickets every now and then, or when you buy the home, you're gonna need that grass cut. You ain't gonna want to go out there cutting your grass. It's
Hmm.
buy me the riding lawnmower and Edward the weed eater, and we'll get her done for you.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all so much.
But thank you for coming on and wish you personally the best of luck. And any milestones you reach, I know you've already made your commitment, so it probably don't matter to you as much, but still, any milestones you get, send us some stuff. Let us still put you out there and let us personally brag on you. Us as media, we're allowed to brag on you a little bit. Let's prop you up some. So any
Okay.
milestones you reach, hit us up, send us some pictures, and then them guys right there can make some super graphics for you.
Perfect. Will do.
Okay, but thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
you too.
Good interview. Two good interviews. We had two great interviews, and when you talk to these to the athletes, male and female, and I got to go back, to Kara, and you could tell, where her heart was at, and when you see that, that was one of the best moments I personally had on this show. I'm gonna be honest, and that's a moment I'm not gonna forget for a long time. And then you bring on Gentry, about you talk about a girl that has stepped out of her element and played football. And I believe, God, my memory's awful. Edward, right? Did we have a region a girl from around the area to kick, or am I wrong? No,
Uh,
Edward's giving
no,
Edward's
I,
giving
Say
me
it
the funny
again.
look.
No,
Did we
say it
have
again.
a
You cut out.
did we have a female in their area that kicked?
Yes.
I thought so. I just couldn't ring the name.
Yeah,
Okay, fill me in.
she played
I
in
know you know.
Middlesboro.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. And that's awesome to see. That. And this girl plays football. She has played um, soccer, basketball. I think she said track also. Had tried softball. I mean, where did they get rest? They had just a real good head on her shoulders. You could tell that by talking to her. And again, she comes to a talk show that she don't even know nothing about, and she was all in it. And that speaks highly, good volumes for her. So I can't complain about tonight's guest. This is going to be one of the more memorable um, shows I think I've ever did. But that being said, I guess we need to do something, right, Ryan?
Yes, all votes.
Fried green tomatoes.
Bologna sandwich.
I'll take bologna sandwich.
Ryan, you need to try green tomatoes. Soup
No.
beans.
I'll
Soup
take
beans.
ham.
You can put ham in soup beans.
I'll
You can
take
cook
ham.
ham in soup beans.
I'll take ham by itself.
You can't cook soup beans in ham.
Yes, you can.
Eggs.
I'll take eggs on that one.
I'm gonna take eggs.
Biscuits and gravy.
Is Edward Foe? Nope, no, he ain't.
Biscuit and gravy.
I'm gonna go with biscuits and gravy. There's no question.
Biscuit and gravy might win the national championship. Who's going to vote against biscuit and gravy?
It'd be a hard decision if somebody was to.
I like tuna. I like.
I'm taking corn dogs.
I'm taking corn dogs as well.
So we'll give Ryan a minute to tally up. Edward, just thoughts of the show, plans for this week. I mean, me and you don't hardly ever agree on anything, but I mean, you got to say this was maybe a show for the ages. Pretty memorable show.
I'll give you a little bit of credit, but yeah, my plans for the week, I'm not sure. I take everything day by day because my work schedule is now
Crazy.
got extended, so I'm not on a normal basis no more. So it's just going to be based off what time I get home and what time everything's rolling.
Okay, Ryan, you have her tallies.
Yes, I do. And I'm trying to get to the bracket part where I can put them on it too. I've got 1,000 different pieces of paper right here. I'm surprised I don't lose them. I'm gonna go with the tiebreaker from last week, and then I'll do this week's ones. Bologna sandwich won 6-3, and then this week's matchups, and I'm gonna go in order by the bracket. Eggs won 4-2. Biscuits and gravy won 9-1.
They just put a running clock on them.
Yes. Corn dog won 5-3, and then ham won 7-2.
What? Folks, you can put ham in soup beans. You can't put soup beans in ham. Think about it. What are you going to do? Cut a whole out of ham and stuff soup beans in it? You can cook your ham in your soup beans, and you can have soup beans and ham.
No.
Ryan, I'm overwhelmed that soup beans get beat. That might go down as like one of the greatest upsets in our bracket history. That's like Virginia losing with Ralph Sampson a few years ago, and then Virginia again losing, both as number one seeds. We're talking about we have to put soup beans up there with that being, yeah.
If I can stop this sniffling, it would really help today. What happens when you go from 60 degrees to 30?
Well, they got two like winter storms coming up on us next week, so
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. But I will do my final quote. Now that we're in basically now mid-January.
There's that random guy.
Let's go out and support your school's athletes. They deserve all of the credit that they deserve. And then I'm gonna be at Saturday. I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna be up at LCA for the
Somebody's already eating soup beans.
the 11 final.
Hear the train a blowing. Go down the line.
Before I get distracted, I'm gonna say my final quote. It's from a Super Bowl winning Hall of Fame coach. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up. The great Vince Lombardi.
You said up about Vince. Okay, Edward, it's your turn.
Yeah, well, I'm going to leave you with this. And this is from the one and only true legend of basketball. A winner is someone who recognizes his God-given talents, works his tail off, works his or her tail off to develop them into skills and uses these skills to accomplish his or her goals. Larry the Legend Bird.
He's saying nothing about Larry Bird. But just a great show, and I had my inspiration here somewhere, and it got lost in the shuffle somehow. I don't know how it got lost, but the show started out crazy, but we got it rolling. Our two athletes got us going real good on that. But still without a charger and lost my inspirational speech. But all in all, it's a good show, and I'm very thankful to you, Ryan. Very thankful to you, Edward, and of course all the viewers, all the comments, and these guys. So I've talked about. Sometimes it takes you hearing stuff firsthand and stuff like that to make you see a different deal, and I learn something new every day. And like I said, this is going to be a very memorable show to me personally. And but again, thank both pursuit athletes for coming on. Thank our sponsors. Thank the photographers. Thank everybody. Thank all the viewers. And that means it's almost closing time, folks. So the trains will blow it. So from all of us at the Bryant Family Message, all sports media, good night and God bless.